Uh, Hello guys, so welcome to our video. So this is a video presenting on our group project of a low level design for a topic on car rental system. So let me introduce my team. So Vinay, Venkat Ramaraju and Hemant, they are my team members. So when coming to my project, so there are various applications for this car rental system in real world. As you can see here, make my trip, just dial on roads and drive. So this all work. Main problem statement is so it's designed to manage user information, car details, and car drivers. So it's a platform where the users and the owners and the drivers interact with each other at a same spot. So there are several features in our project. So the three major roles are user, admin, and the driver. So my friend now Vinay will explain about flow of the project.
Okay, guys, I'm going to present you a flow chart on about this project, and then this is the flow chart of my project of our project. In this, basically, it consists of it is about a car rental system in which is designed between users, drivers, and admin. You can see a user when enters into our application, the main aim is to rent a car or a bike by giving his license as a proof. So he basically log in into our system and then sorry into our application and then he going to rent a bike or a car. Then this by user class by user with the help of user detail class, user can users can store the details in a hash map uh, with two types of variables. Two types of data types. One is string email, and then other thing is a user detailed class type. Similarly, in driver also it's same. It The details is stored in hash map because we are not using the server and database in this model. So we can we are using this hash map to store the details in our system. So and then this car rental system also has admin. Similarly, admin details are about a class, and in admin details, hash map in admin details, we store it by email and a class type of admin details. Uh, Coming to the cars, cars and vehicle is an interface basically, but we built between two classes. It's not going to be an issue um, in our project, but this car and bike classes consist of two things: one bike details and bike car details. By this, the car stores the car details in a hash map, similar thing as user, admin, and driver. Like so, this in car we store car details and bike details in this vehicle interface, and then we are going to send the details to the invoice to generate a bill. So this bill, after completing after selecting the car or a bike of user, it going to tell a message to a car rental system that he bought this car or a bike, and it also give uh, the invoice to the user uh, about its details and on his address and about the total bill amount. So this is the main aim of this project. And let's now see about how it's going to execute in console. in console, and then uh, uh, wait, I'm running. Right. Okay, now coming to this executing of this project code. Wait, yeah, our code runs successfully, and then it is mainly asking about which type of user you are. First, we have to select our account type. If we are user, we can press one. And then it is asking us to log in or sign up. Okay, I basically want to sign up. So please enter email. Vinay. Then email, e- something, mobile number, gender, Aadhaar number, and then address is Nevada. And license type is of LMV, it is light motor vehicle. And then it is asking us to log in now. So our mail is email.com, and then password is Vinay. So it is asking, it's saying login successful, and then we are uh, enter into selection of cars. If we want to select a car or a bike, if we want to select car, we have to press one, and we have to press select bike is press two. So I want to select a car, so I press one. So it displays about the details of the cars which are available in the website. So I know. So it's asking to enter a car ID. So it's asking about to enter a car ID which I am going to rent. So I entered car ID, and then entered car date of car. So I am entering the date of car. I want to take the car in 24th of this month. And then how many days you are going to rent? I'm going to rent the 4 days. So an invoice is generated for my with my details. So this how the user can rent a car and get a invoice for it. Similarly, rerunning this code, we can also select admin. For admin, we have for admin, the admin can only create another admin details because no admin have a right to update cars, get user details, get delivery boy, sorry, driver details, etc. So these options must not be available to driver or user. So admin must only change the admin login. So I have a previous login of admin, so I'm logging into admin account, and password is so it is asking me to which type of services I want to. I want to display all users. So I'm asking. User is only Vinay. So it gives me the details of all you. It will give me the details of names present in the users database. So in this hash map, I can contains only one. So it's showing only one name. And then let's try the driver class. Driver consists of I want to sign and I not having an account. Please enter name or something, Vinay. Email.com, and password is 112344, and mobile number something, gender male, Aadhaar number, address is right, taking license, Please enter the email. So it's asking us to log in now. Sign up successful. So email.com 1 2 3 4, and then it's showing us to select the type of service I want to display cars, display rights. So I press one. So the rights are displayed. Uh, the driver can select a ride and contact the admin to update the ride into um, into the database. So that's it about my part, friend. The user's code part will continue by our friend Hemant. Okay, I'm sure.
Okay, and now let us see how the user details class works. Coming to this user details class, we have declared as many variables like name, email, password, mobile number, gender, Aadhaar number, etc. And all these variables are passed as the parameters for this constructor named user details. And here are some of the methods which are getters and setters. These methods are generally used for updating and retrieving the data from the hash map, which we have created to store all the details of the user. Okay, now coming to the user class. In the user class, at first we have created the hash map to store all the details of the users. And we have created an object named u1 for the user details class to and here is a user method which is used to add all the details, all the user details into the hash map. Here we do not have the database connectivity, so we are initially adding some of the data into the hash map. Coming to the sign up method, we have created a scanner object which is used to get the data from the user at the runtime. The data which is retrieved from the uh, user is stored in the variable name and email. It will check whether the email is in the hash map or not. If the email does not exist in the hash map, then user if it already exists in the hash map, it returns user already exists. So please log in. If the email does not exist in the hash map, then it will ask the user to enter the details like enter the password, mobile number, gender, Aadhaar number, address, and license type, etc. And all these details are stored in the different variables, and these variables are passed as a parameter for this user details class. And here add person is a method which is used to add all the details into the hash map. Once all this process is successfully completed, then it returns a message that user registered successfully, and calls the login method. Coming to this login method, here also we have created a scanner object which is used to get the data from the user at the runtime, and we are setting we have passed this email as the parameter for this set email method, and this set email method assigns the value to the field email object. And if the email already exists in the hash map, then it proceeds further, and it will also check whether this email and password matches or not. If this email and password both matches, then it returns a message login successful, otherwise it returns an invalid login details. Coming to these methods, is user exists. This method takes an input email and check whether this email contains in the hash map or not. And this verify password method will take the email and password as the inputs and check whether these two matches or not. And as we discussed before, this add person method adds all the details of the user into a hash map. Coming to this display method iterates through the hash map and displays names of each user. And coming to get license method, this method will take the email as an input, and this it check whether the license type associated with this email is LMV or MCWG. Uh, if the license type is LMV, then it returns 1. If it is an MCWG, then it returns 0, else it returns -1. This means if it is a bike, it returns 1. If it is a car, it returns 0, else it returns -1. So this get email method is used to return the email, and this get by email method is used to retrieve all the user data associated with the email which is passed. And the further classes will be explained by my friend Venkat.
Yeah, similar to user details, um, yeah, same as admin also, but here main difference is user can sign up their own or new users are created. While coming to the admins, new users are created, only access to the present admin can give access to the new admins. Coming to the here admin class, here admin class I passed the hash map of admin details. Here initially I stored two admin details which I named as admin 1 and admin 2. I passed all the parameters in it using scanner function. I called it. Coming to this constructor, which can push the email gets any email ID of the admins and check it. Now the method boolean login method, it handles the admin login by entering the email and password and call if the user exists or not. It checks if the existing email are already present in the email data or not. No, if the user exists, it returns admin key content and returns to the admin page. It verifies the password also by checking same object key value pair. Now coming to the admin services, I call it parameters like user, driver, and admins, bikes, cars, all. The admin have access like several operations like what type of service you want to do, and he can add admins by pressing one and display all the users in his data and display the drivers. And he also add the new cars and bikes using scanner class. Okay. If you click on he can enter the person details who he want to be make a new admin. Similarly, all the code is used to pass several different parameters like adding card, adding bike, or adding admin, or add driver, etc. Now coming to the admin details, where I have passed where the variables name, email, and password, and using this constructor, I getting this name, email, and password of the particular admin. Now, these all the code will return to the admin page to add a admin. This about my part of admin details, and now hand over to my friend Rohin to continue the remaining part of the code.
Yeah. So, so let me explain about driver's part. As I said before, there are three major roles. One is user, and another is admin, and the other one is driver. So I had taken three classes for this driver interface. One is driver details, where the details of the driver will be initialized with variables. So some of the like details I have taken is name, password. So for login, email, mobile number, gender, Aadhaar number, address, and license type. So these all are variables I initialized with this constructor method in this class, and I used several getters and setters for these all variables, so that I use this encapsulation for this class. So I use this private keyword so that I could be used these variables in other classes too by using these setters and getters. And coming to write details. So write details is about as at the beginning, my friend when I had showed about the execution of the code. So the invoice is generated according to the write details. So there are several inputs or variables which can be used, like number of days that like the user needs for the ride, and the starting date, address, and ID for this ride details. So same as driver details, I have created this constructor to initialize these variables, and I used getters and setters so that these variables could be used in other classes too. So when coming to our this driver class, so I created three objects for three drivers for driver details class D1, D2, D3, so that three drivers can be entered. And I created three objects for ride details. So three ride details are manually like in the statically I presented in the code. So which can be performed dynamically later on, but it's a low level design, right? So and I use two hash maps. So one is for drivers and one is for rides. So the driver details will be stored in hash maps, and the ride details will be stored in ride using email and other details of the driver. So you could see here. So in this public driver method, so I have added all this details, all this D1, D2, D3 details to the hash map. So hash map is uh, nothing but it's a mapping of two entities. So first one is string, which I have taken email, and second one is the details. So rest of the array or rest of the values. And for this rights also, I have the result in the same. But here I took the mapping of ID to the details. So as in the execution, you could see there are two methods at initially for the drivers. One is sign up and another is login. So sign up is for the new driver. So initially the driver would be entering all the details. So the login and sign up code are similar to other like admin and the users. So I created this scanner SC object for this scanner class to take inputs. So I have taken this all name, email, password, mobile number, gender, Aadhaar number, address, and license types as inputs. And I have created this new object UD and initialized like assign these values. And using this add person of UD method, I could add all these details into the driver details variable. Then the output would be after successful registration, the output would be driver registration successful. Similarly for login, but login is for past users. Okay, so new user for sign up and past users for login. So the for any driver to be entered into it, so would be entering email and password, and then there will be verification like if you enter the correct email or and the email and password matches each other. So this could be done using this two methods. One is user exist and verify password. So here you could see my user exists method. So drivers is my hash map and contents key is my method. So to check whether this email exists in the hash map or not. And coming to verify password, so we'll be inputting email and password, and we'll be checking with the objects equals or like equals method in objects class. That is, if this email and this password is equal or not, means it's in a mapping or not. So, and then we have a method display rights. So after the drivering, like driver has login to the platform or this interface, so he would be knowing the what are the rights presently he can go for. So we'll be displaying rights. So as I said before, in display rights, right details. So there are several entities like several variables like number of days. So those all details will be displaying here. So the driver can choose for which drive for which ride he can go for, and then he can put an request for like in the platform uh, to have this ride, and he can proceed with that. So this is an interface for the driver, and we have some another method called services. So what are the services for this drivers is only to display the rights. So for admin there are several services like users display and drivers display and etc. But whereas the driver could see only the number of rights there exists and to which ride he can be selected and he can be opted to go for. So this is all about my driver interface. And now the main code, like the main execution of this platform, will be shared by our friend Vinay.
Thank you, Rohan. Uh, okay, then. Okay, let's see about the car class and bike class, how it was implemented and okay. And yeah, I take in hash map in car class, which is going to add a digit, sorry, a digit type, which consists of car ID and then car detail class. Let's see about what's car details. See, car details is basically about a class which has properties like ID, name, mileage, height, seats, and then count how many cars of the type are there. So, in car details class, we are going to pass this properties into the constructor, which can be which can be accessed by the data set setters of the class. So this is about car details, which has these properties of basically in general language it is about car details about the car. Similarly, in bike details also we have same type of properties, and then in bike also is similar form of car. Okay, now display vehicles is a method which is going to display all the vehicles in this car. Here I inserted the vehicles into the car because this is not about the database and it is about the low level design. So I inserted this vehicles into the this hatchback. So it acts like data storage in our system. So basically, in this method, add car is going to add the car into the hash map by the admin. It's this method you already saw in the admin using of this method. by this careful, it is passing about a driver flag. Okay, now I have a question. What is about a driver flag? Driver flag is about if user does not have a driving license, so he generally refers a driver. So he needs a driver. So if the driver flag is set true, then he requires a driver. So this calculates. This helps to calculate the bill of or fees of the driver. Uh, the user going to pay. Okay, and then full car. Here, this is how this method it deals with how the card is going, card details are going to be taken by the user. See, one list select it selects the bike or car. It selects about car ID from the circuit list which I discussed in previously, and then the number of days. Then it's going to take date also, which is going to take this kind of invoice. So this is how the invoice is going to take it. And then let's deal with the invoice. Invoice it generates two bills. One's per car. If the user is going to rent a car, it generates the bill amount per car, and then based on cars, and then it was separate for bikes. So now coming to main class I pre created the objects before, and then I'm going to insert into this object till the end of the main class. I defaultly fix the user login and admin login and driver login false, and I also driver flag is false because the I just discussed about the driver flag. So skipping, and then it is about the interface. The interface is ending in console by this methods, and then it is asking to log in or sign in. Here, I'm sorry. First, it is dealing with the type of account. It's dealing type of account. If and it was dealing with the login or sign in. So if these two flags, based on this two inputs, we can get six possibilities. User type of account. If user type of account is user and user going to log in, user or user going to sign up, and these are the conditions which are going to come while entering while user after enter the details, and then uh, based on this, we are going to call hey user, please log in. So by the class user, we can access the method user.login, which previously said by our friend Evan. This method is going to take login, and if login true, then it's going to say login successful, and then it's similar case is uh, uh, admin, and then it also says in case of admin, if the admin going to sign, the user going to sign in as admin, if we say you can't sign, please contact admin. So only admin only can add the user. So in case of admin and sign up, it says please contact admin. So and then next these are the cases, and then the user is going to give the user logged in, and then it asks about the which type of vehicle do you want to rent, car or bike, and then he entered for example he entered car, if he entered car, and the cars are shown, so I selected one which is car, and then it says it calls it verifies the license which he has here. Previously, my friend Rohan explains about this. It checks whether he has an appropriate license or not. Then if he has license, appropriate license, it prints. Else it will not print. It will not print. It it's automatically a driver to the user and going to generate invoice. Similar in case of bikes, the license going to be true. The license is going to be true. If we not having appropriate license, we're going to return bike to it. Means, it gives the complete details of bike and takes input of the user from user, and then else it displays the user services. If the driver the flag is the Edwin flag is on, it displays the services of Edwin, and then else if the driver details, it displays the driver services. And then if we enters rather than it prints invalid. So that's it about this video and our topic. Thank you guys.